Hey guys, it's Murchison. In the last video I promised y'all that I would tell you a little bit about myself, a little bit more about a backstory and why I am where I am now. And I guess it'd be easiest to start off when I was a kid. I had a little rocky patch here and there, you know. My mother actually was hospitalized when I was young, and she was trying to give birth to my baby brother, and he died, and she almost died in the process, and we really took a hit financially at that point because of medical bills and all that, and it was tough to bounce back. My dad did what he could. He worked himself to death, but you know, it is what it is. Medical bills are crazy, especially when you're in the hospital for over a month. So that was rough. It was difficult, you know, but learned a lot of life lessons from that. Learned how to do without certain things and how to make do with what you have. And that's a big part of why I do some of the things the way I do them now. I am a supervisor at UPS now, and that sounds great. Sounds like it's a whole lot of money, but the reality of it is it's not a whole heck of a lot. Unfortunately, because of circumstances, I didn't have that car right out of high school, or, you know, a lot of other things that a lot of other kids had. So most of the things that I have now are things I had to go to work for and earn myself, and made a lot of bad decisions along the way. I was raised Christian, but I got away from that when I turned 18. I got into drinking and smoking, doing drugs, partying, sleeping around, and all that. And I made a lot of really stupid decisions. And one good decision that was made early in my teen years was we were homeschooled growing up, and my brother and I, Adam, came to my dad with this desire to play football. And so he really liked the idea, and he did everything he could to get us into a public school. And we, out of nowhere, I was 14 years old, just up and decided to play football. So I'm sorry, no, I was 15 years old. I was 15 years old and just out of nowhere decided to play football. So we actually practiced with an SYS team. I was 15, my brother was 14, practicing with an SYS football team to try and learn how to learn the game well enough to just hop on a high school football team. And the school we went to wasn't in the best neighborhood, but it was the school that was closest to where we were. It was the easiest football team to get on, so that's the school we went to. And that may have played a part in me making some bad decisions later on in life. But ultimately the decisions I made were mine, and I have to stick with them. But that is the first initial thing that got me into fitness and exercise. Is what really brought me into it, showed me how much I enjoyed it, and I've had a passion for it ever since. I've been in manual labor jobs right out of high school. I was actually injured playing football and put an end to my very short-lived football career, so I went straight into work. I was an idiot and dropped out of high school after that. Went straight into work, manual labor, working with trees. I went straight from that to working at Popeyes for about 3 or 4 years, and that's when I really started to hit the weights hard, hit the cardio hard. My brother and I were actually planning on joining the Marines, so I got my GED, he got his GED, and we were talking to the Marine recruiter, took the practice ASVAB, everything was good to go for the delayed entry program, and we were training hard, and I was an idiot. I made a stupid decision, and I got arrested and went to jail. And after a year of supervised probation and a whole lot of other crazy stuff, a lot of money spent, by God's grace, I was let off on diversion with a misdemeanor charge. But that process of training for the Marine Corps and all that, that really helped me get some good, decent gains, helped me get in pretty decent shape. Unfortunately, I can't say I learned my lesson from that because I turned right around and kept doing idiotic things. I kept partying and doing drugs and sleeping around, and the fitness part was still there, but spiritually I was incredibly weak, and I kept making all the wrong decisions. And ultimately, it led to me losing my house. My brother and I ended up losing our house. I had a car that I had a note with. I was working for a moving company at that point. Had to move to the moving company when I was on probation just to pay the bills, the probation costs and all that. So, yeah, ended up losing my house, and it really wasn't until my truck that I had ended up having to switch to, in order to be able to just try and make some extra money on the side. I had to switch from my nice car to an old truck to try and sell furniture that I found on the side of the road. And it wasn't until that truck caught on fire coming back from dropping off a load of furniture, and it was on the expressway of all places, and it really wasn't until that point that I was sitting on the side of the expressway with my truck. The fire went out, thank God, but I was just like, wow, why do bad things keep happening to me? And it finally dawned on me that maybe God was trying to get through to me, and maybe He had something more important for my life than just partying and sleeping around and doing drugs and all this other idiotic stuff that I kept doing. And He brought me back into the church, and the pastor was my best friend's dad, and my best friend was also my brother's and my partner in crime, so he knew everything about us, and I was really nervous and scared to go back to the church and talk to him. And when I finally did, I went down front one Sunday during the invitation, and he welcomed us back with open arms, and the entire church did. And that was a miracle in and of itself, because I hid nothing on my Facebook. You could go to my Facebook page to this day and scroll through all of the old past history, and you'd be shocked. Anyone that's met me recently, you'd be surprised at the things that I did, and I didn't hide it. I didn't care. And so all these people that knew all this about me, they welcomed me back with open arms, and that's pretty crazy to me, and I'm very thankful to God for it. And by His grace, I have been sober for some time now. I have been off the drugs. I haven't been sleeping with anyone, and just got back into training really hard about 4 months ago. It took a very long time to get situated again. My brother and I share a car now. I have a motorcycle. He has a motorcycle. Like I said, we're supervisors at UPS, so that's a major blessing. Great benefits. It's a good job. It really is. It's a hard job. It's a labor job, but it is a good job. And, back into fitness now, 4 months straight, getting really good gains. Finally was able to bench press 205 a few times the other day, which is pretty awesome to me, because I'm about 165 right now, and I haven't benched anywhere close to that in a long time. So, yeah, guys, that's where I am. That brings you up to date, lets you know a little bit more about me and who I am, and hopefully those of you that watch this, hopefully you won't judge me based on my past, and hopefully you can learn some things from me. And if you comment, have anything you want to share with me, I can learn from you, and we can all grow stronger from this experience. I look forward to working with y'all in the training aspect. I want to show y'all the 3 major components to staying fit, which would be cardio, exercise, and diet. And I really look forward to sharing those with y'all. I also look forward to future Bible studies. My sister, I talked to her, and she's supposed to be doing a Bible study, coming up with a Bible study for y'all, and a workout plan for girls. And she works out hard, guys, so don't think it's going to be easy because it's a girl workout. She's pretty crazy with it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I really look forward to it, and I hope y'all gain a lot of knowledge from this, and I hope we all grow stronger.